Hello and welcome, 20th of March, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. No wind, it's a bit dull. It's going to be nice and sunny this afternoon, but I'm not here this afternoon. This week I'll be mostly thinking about things. Have a think with me. So the first thing I'm thinking about, and bear in mind at the minute my compost area is right at the back next to the structure. I'm going to turn the camera around. Regular viewers, you might not have seen this before. So what we got? We've got a caravan. This being a coastal town, there's various caravans dotted around the area. All painted green to blend in. You will never see inside there. It's a disgrace. Storage, it's called storage. Next to that, we've got this area of, let's just call it an area. So it's been covered over, it's had some manure stored on it from next door. It's been covered in weeds at certain points. I was thinking about maybe car parking space there. So bear in mind the sun rises over there, travels through the sky over there, so in the first half of the day it'll get sun, second half none because it's sheltered by the caravan. I'm considering moving my compost area here. So we've got this decking in front to get proper access. I'll probably move that decking, maybe it could form a fence at the back. That trellis, I've only just put it back there, that's been floating around the allotment for a while. I discovered it must have originally started there because it fits exactly between them two poles. So, my notion, move the decking, fence at the back, move my compost area there, move that trellis out the way. That'll be my compost area, leaving that area at the back clear, which is next to my shed/greenhouse, which might be a good area because that gets the sun. It might be a good area if I'm growing seedlings in my greenhouse. Maybe the step before they come out to the allotment, maybe a little nursery area there. That's my notion of what I'm thinking about, number one. So my overwintered leeks, they're going to have to come up in the next week or two. They've started to bolt, go to seed. A couple of them have done that. It's a couple of months earlier than last year if I remember correctly, and so the next couple of weeks they're going to come up. It's a good job you can freeze leeks though, because I've still got plenty left. So next to my fruit trees, pear, cherry, apple, plum, I've got these two trees that just cropped up a couple of years back out of nowhere. I've got one here, dunno, no idea. This one, it's got blossom on it, which A, looks nice, but B, might help me identify what kind of tree it is. I have no idea what to do with them. They're too close to the plum tree at the minute. Do I move them? I don't even know what they are. I might try and identify what this one is, but they're getting bigger and bigger. If I'm going to move them, it's going to have to be this year, I think. A, what are they? And B, where would I put them? So let's have a look around this shed/greenhouse. We've got the potting area that I premiered last week. What else we got? We got some shells I said I was going to put up. We got some with the strawberries and onions, and then some more strawberries at the front on my nice breeze block shelving. Got another shelf near the window there. We've got the first of two fish tanks you'll see today. I've got some material dipped in it. I'm testing how far up the material the water will go. I'm forward thinking to summer. It's going to be hot in here. Can I self-water plants with some piece of material that'll carry the water to the roots? I'm testing that. Self-watering plants, it's the future. And then the second fish tank, and some potatoes, and a fish tank. So potatoes in a fish tank. This is an idea developed from something my late father-in-law did for when my kids were younger. 2 sheets of glass fastened together, covered with material to stop the light getting at the soil and the potatoes, and the notion was that you could see the potatoes develop. It'd be fun to see that happen. So I'm developing that idea. I've got a fish tank that's quite narrow. Got 1 Casablanca potato, 1 Sharps Express, both first earlies. Put them right close to the glass. Top up with soil, leaving enough room at the top so when the potato shoot comes up I can earth up the potatoes to get more potatoes. Cover it with cardboard to keep the light out. I can temporarily remove that cardboard at various intervals to check on the potatoes' progress. Hopefully you will be able to see the potatoes through the glass developing in the soil. That is the idea. Fingers crossed. Potatoes in a fish tank. Right, it's 21st now, the next day. Again, about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's sunny, I've got a couple of hours. Yesterday I had half an hour spare. I moved this tree, the one with a blossom. I still don't know what it is, but it's looking beautiful here in the pond area. Right, let's have a crack at them leeks. So there's my leeks, cut and trimmed on site. 2 reasons for that. I wouldn't normally do that because you end up getting mud all over the leeks and in the leaves and stuff. 2 reasons. First reason, I tried to spell out Dave in my leeks. I needed to cut the leaves back first so we could see if we can see that. Can we see that? And the second reason, with there being so many at once, I had at least 2 wheelbarrows full of leaves and roots, which I'd have ended up taking home, making my kitchen muddy. I end up bringing them back to the allotment for the compost heap, so might as well do it there due to the quantity. But some good sized ones there. Leeks done for this year. No, not this year. I'm going to plant some more soon, aren't I? These are the ones I planted about a year ago. Sowed the seeds about a year ago, so all good. So the results of how far up this piece of material the water would get, I imagine somewhere up here. But no, it's just reached the top of the fish tank, so not very far at all. It's damp there. Dry there, so that isn't gonna work. I've seen some things online where you use a shoelace and fasten it up into the bottom of a plant. But always thinking, because it's gonna get hot in here. So for example, what is it, what maximum temperature you got in here? 23.4 degrees, and it's March and it was only sunny yesterday afternoon, so it's going to get hot in here, so I'll have to think. Next door has got a greenhouse, and they had a piece of old carpet on the floor that they just soaked with water, and that water evaporated and kept the plants and the air moist. So we'll have a think about that, but that's not going to cut it. So a week of thinking about things turned into a week of actual doing some things. I got my leeks up, moved one of them trees, got the other one to think about, and my compost heap, still thinking about that. It's a big decision, isn't it, moving your compost area? Maybe next week or the week after, don't really matter, does it? Right, thank you ever so much for watching. I do mean that. I do mean that. When I started putting videos on YouTube a year and a half ago, and you get like 2 views, it's very disheartening. I'm getting enough to keep me happy at the minute. Last week's video, that wasn't as popular as the previous week's ones. I thought it'd bother me, but it doesn't. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I enjoy potting around, pulling some videos together and showing you lot what's going on. So I'm happy. Right, so thank you for watching. Click subscribe, send me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.